Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Super Metroid Double NT Bingo Race. So far, we've got a few racers. We're trying to see if we can get them all on stream with our layout. We'll get the card up here in a moment, but in the meantime, I've pasted it in chat. And since we have multiple runners this week, we get to choose the row. So if chat has any particular rows or columns that they would like to force on that card, I'm more than open to suggestions. Otherwise, I'm going to pick one. Again, we're just working to get the card up. It's been posted in chat. We can repost it if anyone wants to see it. All right, and we're going to be off here. So I've chosen to assign the runners bottom left to top right. I will relink the card in chat. So our runners will be forced to activate both Brinstar missile recharge stations, fully explore the wrecked ship, defeat Ridley, backtrack to finish in the Mama Turtle room, and then collect grapple beam and skip the charge beam. Of course, as always, the runners will be starting in Sarah Station to give them some time to think about the card. For those of us just joining us, this is the weekly community double anti-bingo race. So as many races as we can get. This week we got 3 competing to complete their bingo card the fastest. They will have to complete 2 rows, columns, or diagonals on said card, with one of them being my choice. And today, I wanted to see our runners beat Ridley without the charge beam, as well as some other fun, nasty tiles. The assigned line is going to be bottom left to top right, and we're working to get the layout changed so we'll be able to see in the card as well. They will have to activate both Brinstar missile stations, fully explore the wrecked ship, defeat Ridley, skip charge beam while collecting grapple beam, and then finish in the Mama Turtle room. So pick this row because it's got the defeat Ridley tile, one of the hardest tiles in the game, combined with a time-consuming tile of fully exploring the wrecked ship, as well as some backtracking to Mama Turtle. In addition, you won't have your charge beam. But there's very little collection in this tile compared to some of the other ones. So we'll have to see, but the runners are going to have to collect a bunch of ammo to defeat Ridley. So we'll see which of the ammo tiles they'll probably go for. Ignore the fact that it says Lockout Bingo and the colors. This is just what we're using so we can see everybody. I'm your host today, Lunaris. I'm the person who's been having fun trying to modify the card up. And as you can see, this is one of the layouts that we're working on in progress to sort some other bingo variants. But most importantly, it lets you see all of our runners today. Oh, and it's flipping back and forth. That's okay. We haven't marked any cards or tiles yet as we do the initial game start. Looks like nobody today wants to do the ledge climb. It's disappointing. Oh hey, there's our card. It's magic. So again, the forced row is bottom left to top right. We don't have a good way to mark it in this layout, but all three runners, since this is a community race, are doing the same forced row. So the interesting thing here is that a lot of the other tiles are Meridia based. Like we have the activate all Meridia save stations. Almost no chance that the runners try to do that along with defeating Ridley. There's the space jump tile. Then there's... Actually, those are our only Meridia tiles today. So the other tiles that'll be interesting to look at are our defeat Golden Terizo tile in row number 1, or column number 1, and then our collect all Norfair energy tanks in row number 1. Normally, both of those tiles may not be looked because of having to head into lower Norfair. And I'm actually looking really closely at that collect all 4 Norfair energy tank tiles. Since they're going to have to get Grapple Beam, then that means they have to kill Crocomire. They have to kill Ridley, which means they gotta get Ridley. The Ridley tank's real easy. And Fire Flea and High Jump tank are free. And if you hear me go silent, that's because I'm also tracking the race. So I've got to write down how many missiles and all the other stuff that they're trying to do. So this will be a little fun craziness. I will probably miss things. If chat wants to remind me what that I have missed, please feel free. I did not catch I saw that Ase got his missile recharge station, but I did not catch if Asdur did. I'm going to assume so based on the fact that they're on the same screen. Meanwhile, Owl is heading to his first recharge station. Oh, did Asdur not get the recharge station, Polar Bear Bunny? And yes, the players do get a chance to look at the card. Interesting. Um. Esther! No! What was that, Esther? Oh god, he realized it as soon as he got it. I really hope they didn't misread the card. Alright, now, skip charge beam. Good man. Looks like Owl might be thinking about that Brinstar. Looks like he's just yeah, but he might be thinking about that Brinstar missile tile. He's gotten 5. Or no, he's gotten 6. And it looks like Owl and Ase choosing to head up. Just while I have a few seconds of them not doing things I need to track. The column 4 is very interesting because they're already gonna have to finish in Mama Turtle Room. 25 power bumps isn't that bad, and those energy tanks are along the way. But row 1 might be even easier if they want to pair with that 4 Norfair energy tank line. And if they're going to go for Golden Chorizo, almost no chance that they do row 2. But column 1 is a lot of energy tank collection. And it looks like Ase is already thinking about the power bombs. Next time I'm going to make the runners join Bingo Sync and track themselves. Unfortunately, it looks like that Ashter had some personal stuff come up and that he actually has to quit out. That's unfortunate, but thanks for trying, Aster. Ase starting the joyfulness of the horizontal bomb jump. Ase got across the moat, and now I'll be following shortly. Let's see if Ase remembers to get spooky missiles. Yes, he does. This room, also known as Spiky Room of Death V2, is very important. Very important to remember to get when you're fully exploring. We're headed into our Fantoon fight for both of our runners. I'll also remembering to get his spooky missile. And of course, this is the other fun thing about this card, is the runners have to go into Fantoon without charge beam. Ase, of course, having no problems whatsoever. Uh-oh. Al's got a reserve tank, though. Smart to pick that up, knowing that he was going to have to do wreck ship first. Almost there. Come on, Al. Dumping that reserve tank. Asner may not have time to finish the race, but he says he can hopefully join me for comms for a few minutes. Interesting. Oh, Ase taking the save. Smart move. You gotta fully explore, you gotta go in the save room anyway. That spiky room of death with one tank is pretty killer. You might as well just play it safe. Uh-oh. Oh, come on! I just shoot him with a super! Oh, he's doing the... Oh, I almost hit him the spikes. Oh, thank God he did that. He's so close. Come on, just shoot him with a super! See if Ase remembers to get his... Oh, there we go. Al got him down. And Ase does remember to get his tiles under the wreck ship energy tanker. Now the reverse spiky room of death. So like I said, the only indication of what we have with the runners doing so far is the fact that Ao has gotten a bunch of missiles, but all in Brinstar, and Ase has gotten 2 power banks. So Owl could be going for row 1, column 1 tile, or he could be going for row 3. Well, no, he won't be doing row 3 because he doesn't have the speed booster. He could be doing column 3. That's not... No, he can't do column 3, so he definitely is not going for the Brinstar tile. Welcome, Astor.
Heck.
It happens. And hey, thanks for being willing to come in at least for a little bit with me.
Okay, so I gathered from chat that they both went up without speed, so they're not doing column 1. I was looking at that one myself a little bit, but I decided that row 1 was probably better.
I was thinking row 1 or column 4, depending on what exactly you wanted to do. But given that it's 25 power bombs either way, and that you need the supers to kill Ridley anyway.
Yeah, I guess the power bombs are probably the thing in that row that is the worst. Because I knew I was getting supers and stuff anyways. The missiles, I guess, aren't really necessary either if you get enough supers. So, oh no, column 4 also has 25 power bombs.
That's what I was saying.
Right.
The row 1 power bombs are a little harder because you're gonna have to kill Croc, so his power bombs are free. They don't help you for row 1 power bombs, but still gotta get most of them. But so that's the interesting thing is Ase's grabbed 2 power bomb packs, but Owl skipped. Or no, Owl did get beta power bombs. I just missed it. See, the good thing about you dropping out is I don't have to track 3 players' power bombs, missile, and super counts, which is getting really hard.
Oh yeah, glad I can help out someone else with that.
What do you think of the row that I picked? It's a diagonal, but you know what I mean.
I thought it was a good choice because I was really upset about it.
I was like, a time-consuming tile, and defeating Ridley, and a backtrack into Meridia, and you have to beat Ridley without Charge Beam, which means, and the tile says kill Crocomire? That's definitely the row.
Yeah, fully explore wreck ship too. This row is really bad.
And the greatest thing is, you guys can't even blame me, because this has nothing to do with anything I did. None of these are new tiles.
Did you pick it, or did chat pick it?
Chat was talking about top left, bottom right, and that's what made me look at because they wanted to make you guys skip high jump boots and skip speed booster and still defeat Ridley. And I'm like, that's not as fun.
That's not hard. Like, that's what you do in low percent. That's
Uh-oh. No! Oh,
wow, okay. He nearly I'm surprised he made it onto that without touching the spike.
All eyes on Owl.
Yeah, 5 energy. I mean, 5 energy or 55 doesn't really matter in that room, to be honest.
We're gonna say that Ase is green, and he has now fully explored the wreck ship.
Okay, so do we know? Do we have an idea what they're doing, or?
Just the fact that they got 2 power bombs probably means row 1. I definitely think row 1 is the most obvious pairing here.
Okay, so it looks like it's just straight up Aussie having the lead right now, then.
Yes. Owl has a few more missiles from Brinstar, but that's not enough. I think Owl's going to be at 10 missile packs when he leaves here, whereas Ase is only at 6, if I have my tracker right. But that's not near enough difference to make this gap up.
So did they both get that first Brinstar missile recharge?
Yes. And it sounds like that you skipped it on purpose.
Yeah, because I'm just like, oh, I'll have to go
Ase
get.
is going for X-ray, so he might be doing column 4.
Oh yeah, I think that's a pretty good sign of it. Yeah.
I mean, column 4 was the other one that I was thinking of that would be good. I'll have to ask him why he thinks it's. I think row 1 is actually better, but I'll have to ask him his thoughts.
I'm not sure. Like the missile pickups are slow. The 60 missiles in particular, that's pretty slow. Skipping speed booster, I was thinking of just skipping speed booster anyways. It doesn't really help that much.
Because the power bombs are equal. Spazer is 0 time, and you've still got 2 tiles that you have to do anyway, and the Norfair energy tank in common. So basically, you're trading X-ray scope and going to ice beam for 60 missiles, and being able to skip Edekun's power bomb probably, and maybe 1 or 2 some of the other Brinstar power bombs.
Yeah, like
showing us that indeed those are speed boosters.
Yeah, so like being able to skip those Brinstar power bombs is like just gonna entirely change what elevator you can go down. So like he's not going like 100% run would go through Kateri again to the green Brinstar elevator. He's just going red tower again.
I was also going to have to farm for quite a bit here to be able to get through bowling.
Yeah, he's going to powerbomb this room to try and get a bunch of drops at once.
Most importantly, I can stop tracking Ase's ammo except for power bombs. Next time, I think I'm going to make you guys join the bingo sync room and click the tiles for me.
That'd be kind of interesting to like actively see other runners click them.
I don't know. What do you think? Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
I'm not opposed to it. I think it'd be interesting.
Ase getting his second recharge station. Doubt that he will kill Kraid. Now getting through with his extra health. He didn't need to farm that extra 60.
So like I was thinking about column 1 too, because it's like defeat Gold Terizo, he gives you a super missile, so that helps for Ridley. And then Wreck Ship Reserve tank.
Screw attack is always nice.
Yeah.
That way you've got Varia and some more health to fully explore the wrecked ship. Your 7 energy tanks, that's not that hard with how many are on the way. I was thinking, right, column 1, row 1, or column 4, and then I was thinking column 3 until I realized it was impossible.
Oh, I just realized you have to finish in Malmaturle room. Okay, yep. That actually makes speed worth it. No, wait, you can't get speed. Oh, you have to do reverse.
If you're doing column 4.
Yeah, okay, you have to do reverse Cathedral. Or you get Croc on the way out. Okay, that's the strat. You get Croc on the way out. There we go.
Al confirming for us that he has indeed fully explored the wreck ship. What do you think about my fully explore the landing site tile? I think we talked about it a little bit. It's not.
It's kind of interesting. If you don't, man, space jump obviously is like the best item to do that with, but that means like having space jump and then going all the way back there, which I don't think anyone's gonna want to do unless
we actually had a card where that was the fastest way to do it.
That's interesting. I mean, like you could just IBJ everything pretty much at any time you wanted.
The reason I have it is because I know that Speed Booster is also a really good way to do it. And I was like, how can I runners to sometimes get to allow a forcible Speed Booster before wreck ship besides the reserve tank?
Yeah, I mean, technically it's not completely forced.
Correct. Exactly. That's the goal is you don't have to do it.
But you want to do it, usually. It depends how good you are at IBJing too. Because like people that can do the ladder bomb jumps consistently would have an advantage there.
I apologize for anyone who is colorblind, because since the colors on their names are red and blue, I'm switching all of them. This is actually, by the way, our the setup for 2v2 lockout bingo that I worked on with Sweet Note.
Did you end up featuring races of that yet? I think
one.
you did.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure him and Wild would be up for another one if you can find a partner.
Yeah, I haven't done much co-op, really.
Nice.
I know Wild is a huge fan of co-op stuff. He's really experienced with it.
That's why they made me do it. They raced against Freyas and Ploth.
Oh, I think I might have a bit of a tougher time getting a partner after this display.
I believe that is 60 missiles and 20 supers for Owl. He's also going to be finishing out his Brinstar Powerbomb loop here in a minute. So I definitely think he's going for row number 1. Which isn't a bad choice. I think it's a little safer. Actually, here's a question. How is Ase gonna kill Ridley?
I don't know what his maxes are actually, so but I assume he has a lot of power bombs.
I believe he has only 10 power bombs, 4 supers, and 30 missiles. Or sorry, 4 super packs.
Yeah, okay,
so
so
I think
30,
20, 10.
I'll have 30, 20, 15 if he gets power bombs of shame, so let's see. 30
Looks like he's also grabbing power bombs in jail.
Or he's getting missiles here. I don't know.
Why did he grab Mickey Mouse missiles then?
I don't know.
No, yes, he just... well, he's going to grab these.
So, if you have 30 and 20, then you're missing 5 supers worth of damage. And that is... Let's see, that's 3,000 damage. So you need 8 power bombs to double hit. Or 7.5 to double hit.
If I'm Ase, I'm saving on my way down to Ridley. Oh, and well, with where Canadian Owl is, how about that charge speed?
I hate making that mistake so much. I'm thinking about so many other things while I'm doing this too.
It's so automatic because is there any other category you skip charge beam in? I don't think any of the low percents do.
You skip it in the GT code categories because you don't need it. You just end up getting it from GT code.
And that's at least a commonly ran category. Because I talk about this with Kip a lot, about how we don't want to make people do things in DAB that they don't do in any other speedrun category. So that's why I'm pretty sure that, so right in this card, the runners aren't going to do it, of course, but there's the activate all Meridia save stations. And I will change that to activate all 4. But I think I'm going to instead of activate, I think I'm going to make that one visit. Because people have been complaining about actually saving 4 times.
I don't see what's wrong with that, though.
Right, like the time difference on the card is very little doing that or not. And if runners are annoyed by it and don't like it, then why make it activate?
I guess. I guess I might just be in the minority that would prefer to activate them. Maybe it's like, I don't know if people are like wanting to make their backup saves in case they do something like pick up an item they're not supposed to.
No, it was purely I don't have to save this often in a real speed run, so I don't want to do it.
Oh come on! Like it's I don't know. This isn't a speedrun to me. Like I'm a randomizer player, so there's a lot of random things that I do know that if you only do speedruns, you probably wouldn't. So I guess like
Oh, this isn't dashless. You just gotta hold the run button.
I guess I don't have a problem with a lot of the things that other people do.
The way I see it, right, is if people don't have a problem with it, and then people do have a problem with it, and if I get rid of it, then nobody cares, I should just get rid of it. But I'm leaving activate the map stations because that's much faster, and I think it's silly for the map station ones. But it's the main difference being, of course, that for the save stations, like map stations, you have to there's one tile that is activate all of them. But for save stations, there's two tiles there's 4 that you have to turn on, which I can see why that would get annoying. But we'll see.
The thing with map stations is they're like permanently, you can permanently set their flag that they're activated. And also it matters for the Fantoon, for the wreck ship one, because Fantoon has to be dead.
Not that
it matters for
really
the save station there too.
Alright, we're gonna get Ase's true ammo count here. Interesting, why? Oh, Owl's blowing up the tube for later. Hopefully he remembers his second recharge. Yep. So here's the one thing that Owl will have over Ase is a faster Ridley fight.
Yeah, I think if he manages his ammo well, he won't have to farm as much either. I mean, like, he's probably not going to go out of his way for the other power bomb packs and stuff.
He's still getting missiles, though, even though he already has style for it.
But, like, okay, 30, 20, and 15, you can do the fight with that ammo. It's, like, if you're experienced with laying the power bombs on Ridley, you can do it. Like, it's not hard to get double hits if you've done it a number of times. I don't know how much he's done it. But you kind of want to lay them sort of, it's really hard to explain actually. Like, you want to lay them sort of in the center, but you want to lay it like sort of in between, sort of like while he's still deciding what he wants to do. Or, I don't know, it's sort of like almost after he makes a decision, but before he's able to move.
I don't pretend to understand Ridley fights. I just play this game casually. I'm hoping I'm going to have more time next year to actually try to learn to speedrun it.
Okay, he's got it pretty good here. But like power bombing Ridley is an uncommon thing. I guess you do it in low percent, but you only do it like 5 times.
Not 20. Where do you think? I'll say his last power bomb is going to be Crockmeyer then.
Yeah, that seems obvious.
To you, maybe. I had to think through it. I was like, wait, what does he still have to do? See, the other interesting, actually, looking at this card again, you know what people should have done? Row 2.
Let's say forfeit, but... Row 2, okay. I visit the critters. I don't like visit the critters. But let's see, so you're probably going down if you do that, because you want to get speed booster to visit them when you go back to Brinstar.
Well, I'm just right. There's 0 item collection at all between row 2 and bottom left, top right. You got to kill Croc anyway. You got to kill Ridley, so Golden Chorizo's not that far out of your way. Activate criteria map station is free, so I wonder if that would have been faster.
So you have to high jump plus lava dive for this route to be efficient, I think.
No, because you can just gravity jump, right?
Well,
Or you're saying
I'm saying you
high
want to
jump
go
plus lava dive and get
Like-
Ridley on the way first.
Yeah, first. So like I'm saying, you want to get speed booster first. So you want to go down first so that you have it for visiting the critters, and then you want to go to wreck ship after that. And then so when you're coming down from Meridia, you don't want to have to go back into Norfair again. And because the defeat projectile forces you to skip high jump, you'd have to high jump plus lava dive to do Ridley in that one trip.
So I definitely think it would be harder. And then the question, right, is you still got to pick up enough ammo to beat Ridley. So how do you get enough ammo without going to the wreck ship to get the super pads?
That's a good one. I didn't really think about that.
Like, one of the specific reasons I chose this row was not just the backtracking of the tiles, but it was beat Ridley without charge beam. Because I think if charge beam was not on the tile and it was just collect grapple, then getting wave and ice and spazer and just doing new route beam combo to defeat Ridley would have been what everybody did.
Yeah, then you're fine. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about row 2. I feel like it's a lot of back and forth just because of visit the critters.
But this is why I like Dab. It's super complicated sometimes. This is a good card. I like it. So basically, at this point, Ase is about 5 minutes ahead or so, 6 minutes ahead of Al.
I'm gonna have to get out of here because I have a race I need to set up for 10 minutes.
No worries. Next few weeks, and this is for chat too, I might be busy and not able to post it, but definitely we'll hope you see you at the next one.
I'll try if I remember next time.
I will ping you personally and remind you. Are you not? Have you not joined the bingo roll?
No, I removed a lot of my roles because like I was getting like a million pings on different servers. So I don't have most roles.
Ah, well, for anyone else who's not Asder and races in too many things, if you're in the Super Metroid Discord and you add roll bingo, then you can get all of our fun notifications for these races, as well as any of the changes that I'm making in the card and other things. Well, thanks for joining, Aster. Good luck on what's your next race. Oh, he left. He's racing something. Go watch it. After we finish watching these awesome guys. Almost to Ridley. I'll have to farm up some of his super counts, but he'll have a much easier fight than Ase. Ase only having to get his grapple beam. And then head to the Mama Turtle room while getting Ice Beam. Assuming. Oh, the last super to get through the gate. And for anyone who's joining us late, we are having some fun format things with that where we're trying to be able to have 4 runners on. In this case, we had 3 to start. Azure had to drop out. But unfortunately, the layout doesn't really let me do the little indicators for what people have to do. So I'm working on trying to getting that better. But in this case, the forced row for the players was bottom left to top right. Ase chose to pair column 4, and Al chose to pair row 1. As long as Ase remembers his nice beam, then he'll be good to go. And if he can hit his gates. I would have laughed so hard if that was his last super. Uh-oh, Al. Oh, that was... Come on, you gave us too many scares this time. You had plenty of power bombs, but... Ase going for the mock ball. Does he get it? Nice. And I'll taking down Ridley, no problem. Just gotta get into the Mama Turtle room and he will be done. And with a official SRL time of 47:10, Ase 101 is the winner of this. We'll see if he wants to join us while Al was finishing up. Welcome, Ase.
How's it going?
It's going well. Thanks as always for being one of our stalwart returnees. At this rate, it's gonna be who can beat Ase in the community races.
Yeah, as there's a strong contender for that.
In this case, I think he didn't realize how close his league match was, and then he accidentally picked up the charge beam and had to reset. And at that point, he was like, uh-oh, I don't think I'm gonna have time to finish. So, column 4, what made you choose column 4 over row 1? Which is what Owl did.
So they look similar. Column 4 just has more flexibility in the power bombs compared to row 1.
Yeah, and we were all very entertained by your Ridley kill. Like when you were going down there, I'm like, does he have enough ammo for this?
Yeah, it's really hard to count ammo. Like,
Tell me about it.
I'm not used to doing power bomb math.
I was since I didn't know what you guys were doing at the beginning, I was trying to track missiles, Brin missiles, supers, and power bombs for all three of you.
Yeah, one thing I would do differently is I'd get crab supers before going to Norfair. Because I think I needed that PB's in jail for enough Ridley ammo, and that was out of the way enough that I should have just gotten the crab supers. But that's a small thing.
Do you think you would be amenable if do you use Bingo Sync or do you use the Guru tracker thing? Because I'm thinking about if I'm solo commentating, it might help if I have you guys in the Bingo Sync group.
I've been using the Guru thing, mostly because that's what's been given to me. I haven't tried the Bingo Sync yet.
It's very similar. I might try it, just if I don't have a tracker to help me along, it'll be easier. Especially if we're going to be having 3 or 4 people on stream. So I don't know if you've seen this layout yet. This layout is what we made for 2v2 lockout bingo. But I'm hoping that we can get enough people, and if I can get the Bingo Sync programmer guy, that we can use this for 4-way adapt races.
So that just have 4 colors?
Bingo Sync has 5 colors. Actually, Bingo Sync has 10 colors. But...
yeah, that seems reasonable. The card's plenty readable. You got 4 screens. So, seems like it'd work.
Look at the pretty colors, guys. The thing that I'm trying to work with the Bingo Sync person is I want to be able to mark a row, and then it'll show up as slightly highlighted, like a transparent color for that player's color. So like right now, right, this is very dark red, and so if you were forced to do bottom left, top right, then bottom left, top right would show up as a semi-transparent red. That's what I'm trying to work with him to be able to do, because then it'll be incorporated into the card itself rather than the arrows.
Yeah, I guess that's similar to what I've been doing for my own tracking. Like I just highlight the assigned row as a color and then mark it as a darker color when I'm done with the tile.
So what did you think of the row that I picked?
I think it reminded me a lot of one of the rows I gave to Kip at SG Live. It had the defeat Ridley finish in Mama Turtle Room.
One thing I really want to do, it's just I don't have enough programming knowledge to make it happen easily, is make a statistics generator similar to what Vario Randomizer has. Because I would love to know the frequency that tiles get paired together to see if there's anything that makes them more likely or less likely to pair.
Oh. And then the fully explore wreck ship is another one that really stands out. It's just a strong, independent tile.
Yep. That one was more of a bonus here. The real theme of here was you have to defeat Ridley without the charge beam, which means ammo collection, and then you have to then backtrack from Ridley to Mama Turtle, and get Crocomire as an extra bonus, all the way to grapple. So. GG Owl finishing with a 53-35. I have the generator on my computer, so I can just run seeds programmatically and get the cards. It's getting it into a SQL database and then doing other programming math magic that would be hard. I'll dying on purpose, like he didn't come close enough as many times as he did this race. Yeah, this was a case where I think picking the forced row was pretty easy. The other forced row that chat wanted was top left, bottom right.
Well, that's not one I looked at. Oh, just because it forces Croc? Or what?
Forces skipping high jump and skipping speed booster, and then another way to force Croc and Ridley. But you still have to go to the wreck ship and defeat Fantoon because of the activate wreck ship station and then ammo collection. And then I was also thinking of forcing row 3 or column 5 to get that collect 11 combined tanks along with defeat Ridley or activate all Meridia safes.
Yeah, looking at this card, like, you can see all the bad tiles that you have to try to dodge when planning a line.
And for those wondering, what is Azure doing in bottom left? He is starting his randomizer league race. I believe that's on the randomizer league channel. Well, I don't think he's starting it right now. He's starting it soon. I don't. Okay. Okay, Aston. I forgot to mark Al done, so he didn't get his invite link until now. Sorry, Al. You should have it now. Because I did want to ask you and Al a question, Ase, when he joins us. Welcome, Al.
Hi.
How are you not dead?
I don't know. I'm dead right now.
That's true. So you missed it, Ase, but Al went down to 5 energy in Spiky Room of Death Room on with 3 platforms to go. You were down to 1 hit flame death against Fantoon, what, 4 times?
Yeah.
So good job staying alive. So GG's, thanks for coming again. First question for both of you that because I'm thinking about adjusting a tile. Save stations tiles. Should save station tiles say activate or visit?
Well, you asked me last week, and I didn't really know what to say, except that activate should be activating the text box.
Yeah, and that was where we were thinking that might be too complicated to explain to people.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, I think visit is more appropriate for that with save stations.
Just also because there's so many of them. There's only one tile that's activate all map stations, and that one is supposed to be annoying and difficult and time consuming. Whereas, and the map stations are all really easy to get to. Whereas the time consuming part of the save stations are going to all of them, actually getting there. So I think I'm going to make that change, as well as Azure had asked the change of putting the number in when I have all.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of bottom left, top right?
Certainly a good road to choose.
My thought process was they have to defeat Ridley without Charge Beam, and then backtrack to Mama Turtle, and then throw in Grapple and fully exploring the wreck ship on top of that as time-consuming pieces. Even though there's no collection in that role, then you're forced to collect for Ridley. So
yeah,
It was a
basically
good
go all over the place.
It's just that with Myrad is able to like single trip Brinstar and not do much of Upper Norfair or any Meridia.
yeah, the other things that we were thinking might be good were column 1. You do have to get your speed booster first, but it would have made for a much safer fully explore wreck ship. GTs on your way. And 7 energy tanks isn't that hard. Then the other one that I was very interested in is row 2, because there's 0 collection essentially. You do have to skip high jump, but Azure and I were talking about how if you can do high jumpless lava dive, then defeating Croc, going down to Ridley, and then going back up to visit the critters and skip it and fully explore the wrecked ship may have been an interesting route. I don't know if it would have been faster though.
Yeah. I'm not really that skilled at high jumpless lava dive. I can do it, but it's hit or miss. So I don't know about row 2.
Yeah, same. I can't like do it in a race. I'd probably die.
Well, thanks both of you for coming. I will. The next few weeks are busy for me, so we'll see if I can find somebody to host one or not. But then there's also the Thanksgiving holiday, regardless. So if I'm not able to host one the next 2 Saturdays, then the next one will be on December 6th, I believe.
Thanksgiving was last month.
Canadians.
I think this was a all Canadian race.
But yeah, so if I can't find somebody to host, then the next one will be on December 7th, actually. So, any last words?
Heck.
Heckin'.
It was fun.
All right. Well, thanks as always, guys, for joining us. Everybody, go watch the randomizer thing and give these runners. And we will see you next mission.
See ya.